is something rather spectacular. What are we looking at, Eagle Eyes?
So this is a German Panzer target practice facility.
This is a German Panzer target practice facility. They also use it for other guns, but this is out of this world. Eagle Eyes just found it by coincidence, and it doesn't look like much, but wow, it is absolutely incredible to watch and look at. And there are some special details there, and we just wanted to share that with you. Just imagine behind us there would be this huge Panzer trying to fire his gun down there, and to practice firing they needed to do that kind of both safely, but also in a way that it didn't shock up the whole world. So this thing is made for one purpose: to be able to fire very in a straight line in kind of controlled conditions, and also try to reduce all the pressure waves and the sounds going out to the area. These you can very often find all over Europe, also in other countries than Europe. This one here is absolutely incredible because there's no other in this area. And this thing is very rare also to find in this dimension outside of Germany, because it is just spectacular. And you can see what is special about this thing is that when you're walking here, it's almost like an optical illusion. You get an illusion of a massive tunnel. You see that? And when you kind of see on the sides here, there's a mount. See on this side, there's a mount. All of the purposes of the mounts was to keep whatever kind of misfiring that took place. And you can see that there was a lot of that, to control that, so the shrapnel pieces didn't go too far. That's why these mounts of like 4.5, 5 meters are here on the sides. But what is very interesting is what's further in and what's all the way in the end there.
If you look up there, there's a lot of bullet holes.
Yeah, I can see all the bullet holes, Eagle Eyes. But do you think also they fired with something else? Because I think I can see like machine gun rounds hitting up there.
Maybe 20 mil or MGs?
Yeah, maybe MG 3442, they used that as well. But this was also used, was it after the war?
Yes, it
Was
was used.
also used after the war, yeah, all right. But what is very special here is that the illusion is broken immediately when you kind of go into the wall that we're going to do now. So if you see here, suddenly, it's not a tunnel. Now you're in like the first segment. You can see here? Oh, there's the moon. Can you see it?
What?
The moon is right up there. Ha, cool. Rebars, concrete, and basically just a column, kind of like a wall passing from left to right. Very strange. And then again, when you look forward, it's like this tunnel again. But as I said, the whole purpose of this was to be able to fire, especially the tanks, guns in there, and to be able to pinpoint the accuracy without wind disturbance and anything like that. And in that way, they can have accurate sighting of the guns. If you look down here, Eagle Eye said that you compared different photos from Google Earth.
Yes.
And he said they just recently did a lot of things here, and that is because someone discovered a fully kind of dangerous dud in here, and then so many years after, the army cleaned up. And you can see on the hillsides here, they've been doing work here with probably metal detectors and all of that, and the whole area has been dug out and refilled. So why did it take them so many years to do that? That is very strange. So you can see here, it really have got some hits. And again, you can see smaller caliber rounds, almost like you could see they've done it on purpose to hit that wall.
Here you can see on the green wall section that you can see the small bullet holes, maybe from a 20 millimeter or even from an MG.
Yeah, we just learned that this place has actually been closed for several weeks or months because of the removing of the duds and all of that. But here you can see it's just these huge walls of concrete and mounds. And let me take you to the other side here. You can see it's just forest, 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 forest. That road was built by the German troops to transport vehicles and panzers all the way up and down here along this shooting range. And wow, it's so incredible to see that it's still here. And you can see the size, if you compare eagle eyes, it's pretty tall, and it needed to be that because they wanted to have full control of the firing range and the conditions here. I read somewhere, because there are a ton of these in Germany, huge ones, absolutely huge ones. And I read somewhere that the mounts, the side mounts, also had another purpose. So if you're firing a gun towards, let's say, the target, and if you have side wind, the point of this place here is to be able to shoot without having to think about if there are side wind or back and forth wind. So they can really kind of shoot as precisely as they can without all these disturbances. And of course, out in the terrain, they had to do compensations and be trained to figure out how to shoot and where to shoot because of where the wind was and how strong the wind was and all of that. But this was basically a strategically way to figure out how precise the gun was, and they could set it up just as if you like to set up a rifle in a shooting ground. You can bolt it down and you can fire, and you use small adjustments with the sides, and in the end, boom, you'll hit bullseye. So pretty cool, but this is just a much larger scale. And you can see that it is massive. I just love this place. I just have to say, I've never seen anything like it. I've seen many photos of it, but to be here, walking here, it is so cool. Now, oh, look at that. What is that, eagle eyes? Don't tell me that a guard would sit in here and count the rounds coming by.
No, thank you.
Wow, I wonder what that is all about. It's like a little hut or something.
Scary.
There are some numbers on the wall there. Okay, interesting. I would not have that job. And you can see this direction here, definitely. All of these are like flat, but I think there's some kind of variation further down here. Yeah, Eagle Eye said, just imagine, Daddy, a Tiger tank standing right there, and maybe, boom, it fired down there. Then Hans and Wilhelm and Friedrich and Jonas sitting in that tank, they would be ecstatic if the target was hit 100%, and maybe the Hauptmann would say, thumbs up, you're qualified, go out and get the enemy. But I'm just so thrilled to be here. And as I said, these guys, you know, Wilfred and Hermann and Alfred, whoever they were here with one purpose. That was to be as good as they could to shoot that gun as any other army would do. The Americans or the French or the British, whoever, they all had one purpose when they operated the tanks, and that was to see if they could take out the enemy. So, but the Germans just did it so much crazier by building this insane shooting range for the tank.
So this here is an unused practice round that was not used. Maybe someone lost it when they were running, but right now they're training. You can hear them shooting right now.
Can you hear them?
Yeah, right there.
You hear that? But also, we saw them. Can we
Yes.
show a little scene?
Yes.
Yeah. Even today, soldiers are marching here and rehearsing, getting prepared to defend the country even today. See, on this side, there are no marks. Everything, all the action is in the front. Can you hear all that firing? They're firing machine guns and all kinds of automatic weapons. But see here, Eagle Eye said there were some numbers here. There's another one of these small huts, and I do believe something was stored in here, but have a look here. See that? T916, T20, these are dates and something. And there's a lot of numbers here. Could that be from the crews that was here firing the tanks? And I think there could have been some kind of communication thing here. Let me see. There's actually cable laying around here. Wow, what is that? That was a mouse or something. You see it?
Mousy.
It just went right in there. Holy cow, it's staying in here.
Mouse.
That is crazy. But I can see cables definitely post-war cables, electronics, and who knows, maybe this was a site where they had gear which they could use to communicate maybe with the crews. But we have something really, really cool that we want to show you. See those gates down there, Eagle Eyes? You think there is something exciting behind those gates?
Yes.
Wow, this is so exciting. But before we enter that, we have to say something to some of you guys. We are on this touching history tour, which for Eagle Eyes is one of the most important tours that we have done, because he is the initiator of this journey. He did so much research and we are traveling this tour, and it's only because of you kind people. So we want to say thank you to all of you who watch, subscribe, comment, share, and just being out there for us. We do appreciate that. Thank you to all of you, our patron team members. Absolutely appreciate it. And to all of you who kind of helps us out with some donations on PayPal. But we promise that before we leave, or when we leave, we will collect all the special donations that come in through the super thanks. And I said, we'll make you all historical. Let me show you how we'll do that. So what I did, and as I did in the earlier journeys as well, I said I'll collect all the names and I'll put you on a list that we will take with us to all the locations that we go to. And in that way, you are actually historical. So each one of you decided that you wanted to help us to go out on this crazy touching history tour. Well, guess what? You are here with us. And this is just our way to say a little special extra thank you for that little special extra thing that you, each and everyone, did for us and making it possible so we can come out there. Thank you for making these dreams come true.
Thank you so much for your incredible donations.
Yeah, and it enables especially Eagle Eyes to go out and do his Touch History Tour.
Look, everybody, I'm touching history right here. Once upon a time, a German tank shot against this wall, and now I'm touching it. That's touching history tour.
Now we want to enter what's behind that wall. Touching History Tour is all about getting the experience, be at the location, see, feel, sniff, and touch, and see what happened. And I have to say, this place here, it is astonishing. And we are actually having soldiers behind us there. Are they still there, Eagle Eyes?
No.
We got a bit scared because like 20 guys with full camo and guns were just like 15 meters behind us crossing this thing. Let me see if I can. Oh, that is scary. They just passed here. Holy pancake. Woohoo, this is scary. Eagle Eyes, what is that? What is in here? This is interesting. But see here, this one is kind of curved. The other one is straight. So this one is curved, but that is also curved. Maybe that is to get even more of the rounds to come in. And I definitely think they shot with machine guns here. You can see all of these small holes. That is definitely machine guns. But Eagle Eyes, he is going to open that gate because we want to see what is in here. All right, let's see what is behind these doors. We'll get both of them and then we'll show you a cool shot. Wow, this is crazy. What is going on here? See that? They are, you can definitely see they've been working here and removing duds and all of that lately. But why did it take them like 80 years or 70 plus years to do it? Very strange. Nevertheless, some doors here, more metal doors. I'm not sure whether they had targets in this kind of thing. And then what is behind there? It's a very interesting place. And boy, oh boy, look at the concrete. It is completely hammered with what I think would be explosions and things in here.
Holy cow.
Be careful there so you don't fall down. There are these kind of things going on here. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but there are cables and stuff down there. But this is so cool. See up here, Eagle Eyes? So much has happened here. That all of these explosions, thousands upon thousands of rounds being fired and hitting something. And from what I can see, these were probably holders for something that was here, because there's a lot of explosions right up there where these two holders are. Oh wow, never expected to see that. I might have to change the battery here soon, so bear with me if it just kind of stops. See here, Eagle Eyes? Wow, look at that. Look at that huge one here. And that is pure concrete with heavy duty rocks. Yeah, look at the size of these. And you can see rebars coming out. And there are tons of the smaller ones. Let me show you. This is the direction. So if you would have stood here when maybe a Tiger tank's fired, I guess you'd be dead just by the pressure wave of that coming here, huh? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Eagle Eye said up there, Daddy. Really, really heavy duty hit. Wow, what an exciting place. Definitely, you can see they raked it flat. There's been an excavator in here for sure. And they really took out probably all of that sand, pulled it out, replaced it. They kind of took everything that could be dangerous away. Maybe there was a concrete wall higher here, because I think they maybe came in with an excavator here. They put all of that so they can come in. Wow, what the heck, this is so big. Look at the size of this place here. So you can see everything here is pulverized with things going on, and this is where the rounds would end. That is pretty crazy. And you can see here that, let me show you, Eagle Eyes is standing here, see that? Looks like a tunnel, but it's not. Wow, Eagle Eye said, that is one heck of an image to see that corridor going down there. Just imagine that activity going on there. Boom! Just, the thought about kind of being in the receiving end. For everybody who has watched the movie Fury, you see the tank battles there. Wow, you can imagine the power of a Tiger 88 crashing into here. Holy cow. Even here, there's a lot of concrete that's been damaged. And there's actually a tiny little room here. Let's see what that is all about. Maybe they had the targets in here. There are some steel beams on the top. Oh boy, I would not be the one who would be in here when they fire the rounds. The door is actually laying there. Wow. I'm guessing this would not be a safe place to be in, even though there was some kind of, concrete and all of that around. Crazy place. This is most likely one of the tank practice tracks that was, or roads that they had here. And you can see here, it's like a railroad tunnel. See that? It is so big. It is so big. And rebars just pointing out of everything here. Wow. You can see the trees that's grown on top of it. And the Germans probably tried to camouflage it during the Second World War with trees and all of that. Look at the size of this thing. We're gonna go all the way to the back and see if we can see the end of it. Yeah, this is the end of the encasement. You can see here. Wow. So under here is all of that. And I wonder if this place got damaged on the outside. Can you see any damage, Eagle Eyes?
No.
It's pretty big. It's like 30, 40 meters long. It's okay, we can walk here, Eagle Eyes. Don't worry. Some huge something here. Wow. This thing is crazy. Absolutely crazy.
What's this?
You see that tree growing up here?
Yes.
Boom. I don't know. Oh, I see. There's something here. Little thing here. Let's see if we can check it out from the other side. Wow. Well, it's not exactly super wow, but for us, it is pretty interesting because we've never seen anything like it. I have to say, it is astonishing. And just to know that the Germans did this because they needed to have a way to really efficiently and accurately shoot their Panzers and other, guns, because they also fired artillery guns here. And they did all of that just to do this practice firing. See, this is the second or the first kind of tunnel we went through. And you can see when we come over here, there are just walls after wall after wall of this. And when you're up here, you get a better kind of grasp of how big they actually are. See that? Wow. Let me see. If you go behind me, guys, I can do a little pan over to that side. See that? That is pretty big. And that is actually very thick as well. And they're constantly firing everywhere around us, it sounds like. Can you hear that? Be quiet, guys. I'm not surprised if there's suddenly a tank coming our way. Suddenly there's a massive tank coming out. Look at that. Wow. It is absolutely amazing to see all of this that the Germans built all over Europe. I mean, it's almost like unbelievable to see how much effort they put into all of their war kind of machinery. And this is just like 0.1% of what is out there. But boy, oh boy, I have to say, I'm very glad they're leaving things like this. You can actually come to this location and see it. And as you saw, Eagle Eyes, he really wanted to touch this structure because he said it was so strange to see it there. He saw it on Google Earth and it just saw a tiny little kind of image, and then he got interested. And that is what I like with this thing that we do together with all of you. We do the research, we do the travel, we go all over the place to find history and share great history with you. And I am very, very honored, and I'm very, 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 very glad that we can. But too many of these places are being eradicated and just removed, and in that way history just disappears. But I think these should stand up like this. They should be here for us to study and learn from. Well, that was the tank target practice location. If you want to help us to reach more locations like this, we have this little super tanks feature here. Your opportunity to help us to get some gasoline into the fuel tank, go out and find and share even more incredible history. This was one of Eagle Eyes' find. He saw that from Google Earth and he said, what is that? Well, that's exactly what that was. Boom! A tank target practice area. And Eagle Eyes, he plays with his tanks. I think this one is pretty cool. There's a little radio controlled one. This one is a finished build, and this one me and Eagle Eyes built on a little journey that we did earlier. Nevertheless, what a fantastic place. Did you like it, Eagle Eyes?
Yes.
Yeah, and did you imagine that it was so big?
Yes, it was pretty big.
Yeah, Eagle Eyes said when we came there, wow, it's so huge. And when you stand in front, it looks like a long tunnel. But there you go, you saw it, it was not. Thank you everybody for helping us out on the Touching History Tour. A little special extra to all of you who did that on the Super Thanks feature. Thank you all our Patreon team members. Couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for watching, subscribing, commenting. And there will be more Panzer activity coming up from Eagle Eyes, because we have a couple of more locations that we're going to dig into where Panzers were kind of taking main part in the action. So we'll share that a bit later. All right. Thank you all for your very, very kind support.
Thank you so much, everybody, for your kind support.
Absolutely. And we will be back before you know it. So in the meantime, stay safe, keep smiling, and bye-bye.
Bye.